Google isn't just a search engine anymore. It's an answer engine now. Those AI summaries at the top, that's the new #1 spot. If you're still chasing keywords, you're losing. The AI is looking for answers. If your content isn't set up to answer specific questions, you're invisible. But you can fix this. Today, we're sharing 7 tips to help you get your content featured in these AI overviews. Now, the link to SEMrush is in the description. It's my affiliate link, which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. So if you find this video helpful and decide to give SEMrush a try, I would appreciate if you use my link. Now, let's get started. Tip 1. Focus on long-tail questions. First, you need to change how you do research. Stop targeting broad keywords and start focusing on detailed, long-tail questions. Now here's why. The AI uses a technique called query fan-out. When a user asks a complex question, the AI breaks that one question into many smaller sub-questions to build a complete answer. This means broad terms like project management are too simple. The AI is looking for answers to specific problems, like why is my cat suddenly hiding and not eating? To rank, you need to know exactly what those specific questions are. You can find these questions using the SEMrush's prompt research tool. Simply type in a broad topic related to your business and click Analyze. Then, and this is the most important part, switch the filter at the top to Google AI Overviews. This filters the data to show you the exact questions people are asking that trigger AI summaries right now. It removes the guessing game. Now, real quick, before we continue, I would like to say a massive thank you to SEMrush for making today's video possible. Tip 2. Format your content for scannability. Once you have the topic, you need to structure your writing so the robot can read it. The AI rarely reads your entire page at once. It looks for specific chunks or passages to extract. If your content is a wall of text, the AI will struggle. You need to make it easy to scan. First, use clear headings. Aim for an H2 or an H3 heading roughly every 200 words. These act like signposts for the bot. Second, start each section with the answer. Don't bury the lead. Put the summary of your answer right at the top of the paragraph. Third, make your text blocks self-contained. If the AI pulls just one paragraph, it needs to make sense on its own without needing the rest of the page. Tip 3. Add schema markup. The third tip is to speak the robot's language by implementing schema markup. This code acts like a digital name tag that tells Google exactly what your content is, which helps the system match your page to the right user question. You should focus on implementing specific types like frequently asked questions page, which is critical because the AI is looking for question and answer pairs. It is also smart to use article schema to provide context about the author and publication date, or product schema to highlight details like availability and pricing. Tip 4. Share original and high-quality contents. Now, we need to talk about the content itself. Google's AI favors content that is trustworthy and genuinely useful. It is not enough to just repeat what everyone else is saying. You need to offer insights that cannot be found elsewhere, like original research or personal stories that show you have first-hand experience. When you do reference outside information, you must cite trusted sources. A study from the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and Princeton University actually found that citing authoritative sources improves your visibility in AI-generated answers. So, give reference to government websites or educational institutions, and always include the link. Tip 5. Fix technical access. Crawlability. You can write the best answer in the world, but if the AI cannot access your page, it doesn't matter. This brings us to tip number 5. Crawlability. This just means that Google's bots are able to visit and read your page. If technical issues block the bot, you will not appear in the AI overview. Common issues include accidentally blocking important pages using your robots.txt file, hiding critical content behind JavaScript, or having broken links, which signal to Google that your site is poorly maintained. You don't have to check this manually. You can use the site audit tool in SEMrush to find these problems automatically. You simply go to Crawlability Report and it gives you a score. It instantly shows you a list of errors, like pages that are blocked or broken, so you can fix them immediately. Tip 6. Update older content. Tip number 6 is about freshness, because Google's AI favors recent information. Interestingly, you don't always need to create new pages to rank. A study showed that about 67% of the URLs featured in AI overviews also appear in the top 10 standard search results. This means if you're already on the first page, you have the highest potential to get into the AI box just by optimizing what you already have. Focus on your current best performing content and refresh it by replacing any statistics that are older than 12 months. You should also add new subtopics to answer the new questions people are asking, and update the last modified date so Google knows the content is fresh. Tip 7. Build your authority. Finally, tip number 7 is to build your authority. Demonstrating that you are an expert on the subject increases your chances of being cited. For Google, one of the biggest signals of authority is having other trusted sites linked to you. But it's not just about links. Simple brand mentions matter too. If your brand is mentioned in forums, communities, or news articles, the AI sees you as a real entity. There are a few ways to build this up. You can write guest posts for reputable sites or publish original research that others naturally cite. You can also be guest on industry podcasts or connect with journalists looking for expert quotes, which can earn you mentions in high-quality publications. How to measure success. So, how do you know if any of this is working? It can be tricky because sometimes ranking in an AI overview actually causes a decrease in traffic to your site. This happens because the user gets their answer directly on Google and doesn't need to click. For example, Wikipedia recently saw an 8% decline in traffic due to generative AI. However, appearing there is still massive for your brand awareness and trust. You can actually check for signs of this using Google Search Console. If you see your impressions going up for informational keywords, but your clicks are staying flat, it's a strong sign that your content is being shown in the AI overview. To confirm this exactly, you can use the position tracking tool in SEMrush. In the tool, you go to the Overview tab and look for the SERP features filter. You can select AI Overview and filter specifically for domain ranks to see exactly which keywords are triggering the AI box and whether your site is the one being cited. Alright, this wraps up our video on ranking in Google AI Overviews. At the end of the day, the smartest way to know if SEMrush fits your strategy is to actually give it a try and look at the numbers yourself. If you found this video valuable and want to give SEMrush a shot, please remember to use my link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.